this computer. There we are. Lost the plot.
Lost the plot.
Temporary sanity.
Lost the plot. So
Sounds
anyway,
like
I've got a hangover, you know, from drinking too much last night because
it's because you're 50 and you're old.
Yeah, you don't have to tell everybody my age.
Oh, so you're 49 and you're not quite old.
It's fucking too late for that now, isn't it? I'm 45 plus GST.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll do. Well, actually, it worked out effectively. So what do you drink? Why are you sick?
Sick. I'm just a bit dusty and a bit tired. I don't know why I'm tired. I had a good sleep, but I drank those Bavarian beers. You know the half-liter beers, the cloudy ones, the ones that you can't see through.
Yeah, the best ones.
Oh yeah, I forgot what it's called. Something Stefan or something. I don't know. But they're really nice. They're wheat beer, you know. But being a O plus blood type, apparently, you know, when you read those health books, you shouldn't consume wheat and stuff like that, like gluten sort of stuff, you know.
Yeah, I used to start pub crawls in Adelaide at a Belgian beer cafe. And big shout out to them. I don't know how many times I've been spastic there, but our pub crawls always started there. So we knock a few beers, and because there's so much beer, they used to charge you $11 a glass. And like I've got Scottish heritage, so I would always struggle with that. But by the time I got my third beer down, it was like $11, whatever, you know. But they were the best nights because you could literally walk, you know, half a K, not even in most areas of Adelaide City, and be at your next pub. And it was just like, it's the way it's set up, the, you know, city of churches, but city of pubs, you know, you could do the best ever pub crawl and get awesome meals. And then they have pop-up bars and all sorts of things. It was great. It was really cool.
Okay.
Highly recommend it. So many hangovers.
I've been to Adelaide before. It's like a big country town, isn't it?
Yeah, look, it's not my favorite place. It's very pretty. It's very, very pretty. But and you know, you get some really lovely human beings down there, but it's not really, it's somewhere you retire to. It's not somewhere you amp your life up and be ambitious. It's not that sort of
not that sort of place, eh?
No, I didn't find it. I mean, obviously, you know, everyone's different, but I love Sydney, and people go, how could you possibly love Sydney? Well, we don't live in the cities. We live out in the sticks a little bit. So, and I love it here. I absolutely love it. Everything's right at your fingertips.
I don't know. I don't rate Sydney as much as I used to. Sydney used to be a lot better. It's not as good as it used to be. I mean, it's a pretty city. It's nice to look at. There's lots of water surrounding different suburbs. You know, I'm blessed to live on the water as well. So, you know, like I love being near the water and I like looking at it, but in terms of the city itself, a lot of nice little bars have closed down. You know, a lot of bigger bars. Like I live near the Gladesville. I live near the Bayview and Hunters Hill Hotel and the Willageby Hotel. You know, and they've become really family orientated. You go there for a meal. You know, it's hard to find bars now with bands, isn't it? It's hard to...
Oh my goodness. I have to tell you a story. Yeah, but I agree with you. I went to an afternoon session once years ago. And, you know, when we were a little bit younger than what we are now, the afternoon sessions met, you know, a scraggly looking dude with an acoustic guitar with this wicked voice. And, you know, as the afternoon went on, the tappers and the beer flowed. And, you know, that was an afternoon session.
Yep.
I could not believe that when I went to my last afternoon session, there was a DJ there with like playing CDs from the latest bloody Justin Bieber. And I'm like, what the fuck? How can this possibly, this is not a Sunday session. This is a daylight version of a Friday night. This is not a Sunday session. I was so disappointed. I have not been back.
Yep. I like, you know what? I love Brisbane. Brisbane's an awesome city. Brisbane is like, it's like a tropical Melbourne. I'm finding the vibe. Like I spent you know, a lot of time in Brisbane in the last couple of years, you can get a coffee at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
In Sydney, everything's shut by 10 o'clock. You know, you're lucky if you find, you know, a bar that's half decent that's open. You know, all the bars are shutting down for developers, you know, building high rises and all that sort of stuff. But Sydney is really losing its character. It's really lost a lot of its social essence in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's not just me. It's not just me getting older, not going to doof clubs, you know. I occasionally like going to a doof club, but the only good doof club now is actually Ark's probably. Ark is the best nightclub in Sydney, hands down, for dance music. You know, then you've got, you know, a lot of salsa clubs, you know, if you know, like to dance and all that sort of stuff. Which I was in the scene for a little while because I took salsa lessons and stuff like that. You know, great place to, you know, meet people and everything, but it's also a tight-knit community. You know, it's a bit like, you know, us riding motorbikes, you know, it's kind of like a tight-knit community. Everybody sort of like knows everybody, you know, so you got to, you know, sometimes be at your best behavior. I get myself in trouble in those things, but, you know, yeah, Sydney, it's just lost its, I don't know. Look, it's a beautiful city. It's nice to look at, but
Oh, you're frozen at my end. He's frozen. I don't know if it's even recording still. Okay, well, he'll come back to us. Wow, Brisbane. Brisbane's a.
no, Johnita's.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you are. You're back. Your internet.
You were frozen. Oh, fine.
It says your internet connection is unstable. Is that you're
Why are you
unstable
blaming
or
me?
I'm unstable?
Is it because I'm the woman? You're thinking I'm unstable?
Don't be sexist like that. I didn't say that. I said the internet connection is unstable. I don't know if you're unstable. We've both lost the plot, obviously. So we're both unstable.
Hey, you know about Brisbane, I actually agree with you on that because I lived in Brisbane. I was single in Brisbane as well. And I know I refer to that because your aspects of your life change when you're in a relationship. Whether you want them to or not is irrelevant. You just adapt, you know. So, But living in Brisbane, you know, I lived in Paddington for a while and I could just jump on the train and go wherever I wanted. And it was so fast. Everything was there. You know, Fortitude Valley, the Mustang Bar, all the fun stuff that you can do there. Storybridge Hotel on Australia Day.
Oh, now they got Howard Street Wharfs down at South Bank. They've got, you know, outdoor swimming pool for, you know, families and young kids and everything. Yeah. That you can swim at night time as well, you know.
It's super hot.
It's a tropical city. It's like, it's fucking hot in summer. Like it's hot and it's humid. A lot of people don't like that because it is so humid. It's actually unbearably humid in summer, you know.
I'm a Queenslander. I was born in South Brisbane, so I love it. Give me the sweat, baby. I love it.
How's that? How would you go? Because you're like white as a ghost.
I like to embrace all of my culture.
I'd go great. I've got the European skin. I'd go awesome.
Yeah, you probably would. But, you know, I think I have a throwback to Scottish and Irish because I think my freckles get bigger and then they just join. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's actually ever a tan. I think it's just freckles. Very mean.
Freckles, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stop yawning. Far out. Tell you.
Rough day. Rough night. No, good night. Rough recovery.
It was a good night. It was a good night. Yeah, I played... I just had it with my sister, you know. I played darts with my nephew afterwards when everybody went to sleep. And yeah, no, it was a good night. It was, you know, what do you do on the night of your 50th? I've got a massive party this Saturday. So, you know, no podcast on Sunday unless, you know, you see me with droopy eyes and, you know, 3 Baroccas in a glass and, you know, actually hair of the dog's probably the best thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you know what you should do? Cook up a big pot of spaghetti. And as soon as you get home, eat the spaghetti. So you're still drunk and you eat the spaghetti. And then when you go to bed, all of the spaghetti juices in your pasta will soak all up. And then your hangover will be nothing. Or get a falafel kebab with garlic sauce. Because then when you wake up the next day, all you burp up is all this garlic. That's the experience that you need.
This show is also informative, and I don't know if it's funny because a lot of people might not understand our sense of humor.
Yeah.
But one thing about kebabs that I will tell you, viewers, if you're out there listening to us.
Don't ruin them for me. Don't ruin them. I don't want to know what's in them. They're delicious. Leave it at that. Just don't do it.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you what's in them, okay, even though it's full of shit, okay, especially the meat. It's all processed garbage. But you know what? The more you eat kebabs, the more you look like the kebab man that sold it to you.
Okay, riddle me this. Would you trust a skinny cook?
Well, they're the cook.
Would you trust them if they're skinny? I want a big beefy person because they obviously try everything. The food is good. You don't like the food. I mean, how many times have you seen the different fast food joints and their staff don't even eat there? They go down the road and eat something else. They're the ones to avoid.
How many times have you walked past the fast food joint and really fat people walk out of them?
That's enough to stop you from going, isn't it? There's a KFC down the road from where I live. And I walk the pups on a Sunday morning, well, all the time, but in particular on a Sunday morning, and all you can smell for half a kilometre is the grease coming out of this KFC. It's like the most pungent. There's nothing that actually makes you want to go and eat anything from the smell. It's really quite amazing.
I don't mind the zinger burger and chips every now and then.
Oh, really? I can't do it. It gives me an upset stomach. And then
Not the chicken. The chicken, the burger. You know what? The last time I had KFC was maybe like, I can't even remember, maybe 8+ months ago. The last time I had Macca's was probably a week ago. But before that, not maybe... Actually, with the motorcycle groups, we always start at Macca's or end up at Macca's. Yeah. So it's hard not to get Macca's.
I get a coffee. I get a little short black. And they come out in the cutest little cups. I actually embrace my total feminine side when I see this little tiny cup come out. It's the cutest thing ever. Yeah. I didn't go into McDonald's for 23 years. And then I had to go and I had to break that 23 years because 3 girlfriends and myself went down to Victoria on a secret girls business. We rode our motorcycles down. It was the most amazing experience ever. We just felt like total badass, empowered women. And we couldn't find food, so we had to go to McDonald's. I was not happy. I didn't even know that you don't give your order to the chick behind the counter. You've got to use this big screen thing. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do here? They were laughing at me. And then they took photos of me eating my chicken wrap. Bitches. How rude is that? They thought it was hilarious. But 23 years.
I got a headache. I don't know if it's you or my head. Hang on a second. I'm going to get a Berocca.
You're so rude.
You know what?
It's not even me. It's you and your silliness.
I'm joking. It's just the
you just have to suck it up. You got to deal with me for half an hour. Shit.
I didn't even look at the time when we started talking.
Oh. Because time just goes so fast. I mean, we lose 2 hours. We're in the same room together. Mostly me rolling my eyes at your bullshit. But 2 hours just goes so fast, doesn't it?
You know what? You say just as much bullshit as I do.
How would you know?
It's just that you don't admit it. I admit my bullshit, but you don't.
You own that.
You talk bullshit for 1 hour and 58 minutes and don't admit it. I talk it for 2 minutes and I say, yeah, that's bullshit.
Is that because, but I call you on your bullshit when you're waffling bullshit, but you don't. Does that mean you're more polite than me?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I just let you get away. I let you get away with your bullshit.
I reckon because you switch off and you don't even know that I'm saying bullshit until you turn around and see my mouth still moving. You're like, oh, hang on a minute. I've got to tune back into what she's saying.
Fuck, that's exactly how it is.
I'm going to do little pop quizzes now. I'm going to make sure that you're on track and you're listening to me.
I'm still in my riding gear. Check this out. Still wearing my Alpine Star boots, my riding boots.
And your tiny little feet.
Well, you can only see like a bit of my foot, thanks. I've got size 10 feet.
You know what? I wear size 3. I don't know if I should be proud of this or not, but I wear a size 3 in Bloodstone. So size 3, that's how little my feet are. Tiny.
Okay, well, you'd have a small dick. You'd have a small dick if you're a guy.
I know.
Don't they say, actually, they say the size of your dick is from your middle finger, how far down it goes, and then lift your hand up, and that's the size of your cock.
I reckon.
What are you looking at your hand for? You don't have a cock.
Hey, I don't have a problem with other genders.
Well, you're looking at yours.
Oh my goodness, I'd actually have a massive
Are you imagining
doodle.
if you had a cock, how big it would be?
Why not?
Uh-huh. Fucking hell, someone's calling me on my phone.
How rude.
I know, right?
You can't
Did I
answer
take a
it.
call? No.
No. Oh my God. You have the attention span of a gnat. Do you know that? Sorry,
what? The attention span of what?
Of a gnat. Of a gnat.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what it, okay. That's your homework for tonight. You've got to Google that, find out what it is.
I've got ADHD. What is it fucking called? ADHD.
You have not.
I can't sit still.
Yes, you can. I've seen you sit still.
Yeah, when I'm asleep.
When you tune out.
When I tune out. Yeah, I'm tuning out now. Say again, what?
When you go in your nothing box. You know what? I actually have a nothing box. You know how they say that girls have all these thoughts and they're just all over the place and blah, 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 and it's 100 miles an hour. I can literally sit on the couch with my hand down my pants and not think about a damn thing. Nothing will be in my mind. It is the coolest thing ever. So I actually don't meditate. I know that people like me are supposed to meditate, whatever, but meditating is the most boring fucking thing I've ever come across in my life, especially when I can automatically just shut down everything. I don't need to worry about it.
Hey, I did the 10-day meditation course at Blackheath.
Did you?
Yeah, Vipassana meditation. No talking and no eye contact for 10 days. I had people bet against me.
Why? Because you can't shut up.
Yeah, because back then I was, what was I doing back then? I can't remember because I used to be a DJ for a few years. Was I DJing back then? I don't think I was. I don't think at that stage I was. But I love clubs. I love going out. You know, I loved everything. And then, you know, a friend of a friend somehow coerced me to do this meditation course. And I did it. And he left after 4 days and I stayed for the whole 10.
What did you get out of it? Anything? It
was really good, actually. Yeah, I learned not to talk so much.
Well, that's a lesson you forgot. Did you learn to self-reflect? Like, because I call that hibernation sabbatical. So I do a few of them a year. Obviously, I can't go 10 days without talking to people because that's a controlled environment and this is not. But I call them hibernation sabbaticals where I don't want to talk to anybody about what's going on in my mind. I only want to think about how I'm feeling and what I'm processing. And, you know, some people call it shadow work. Shadow work sounds like something you need to hide. It's in the shadows. And why should you hide it? It's a part of your personality. But I love it. So I do a lot of self-reflecting. Even sometimes when you and I are having conversations, I'll think about them afterwards and think, okay, did I understand that properly? Or, you know, if you're teaching me something like you were teaching me about crypto the other day, and I'm like, okay, I need to think about this a little bit more. So I do a lot of reflecting on conversations after they happen. Yeah.
Okay. Hang on a second.
I knew you were distracted. You can't multitask.
Oh, no, I got you on full screen and I want to put you in a little box. Your head is in the middle of my screen. It's taking up a lot of space, you know. I'm just trying to flip it around so my head takes up the space and your head's small. I'm just trying to figure out how to do that.
You know, I have the reverse at my end. So your head is the big head and my head is the little one at the top.
Hey,
so you're looking at the reverse.
You know what I've just done? So I got my little tiny box and I stuck it in the middle of your face.
You know what? I'm actually glad that I'm not sensitive, because we'd probably end up hating each other the way your delivery of your humor comes out. Or I finished up throwing something at you, or putting thumbtacks on your motorcycle seat, doing something.
What do you think about COVID?
I have had extensive videos and channeling about COVID.
Did you hear about the was it the UK Prime Minister?
Yeah, I did. I saw that this afternoon.
Yeah, he's pretty much dismissed COVID.
Yeah,
hasn't he?
Well, they all should. They all should. Have you ever heard about the mindset phenomenon? So basically, if you believe something enough, and women do this, especially women, they believe that they're ugly, devalued, unworthy, not sexy, fat, even if they're super skinny. Everyone else thinks they're gorgeous. You know, it's a self-loathing. It's a self-negative talk. You can trick your mind into believing anything that you want. So if you walk around thinking, oh my God, I'm going to die from such and such, you will exactly die from that, because you will trick your mind into exhibiting those behaviors. So I think COVID's marketing.
You know what? I was just thinking, because your background's spirituality and medium and all that sort of, stuff. I was going to say garbage, but I've got to respect you a little bit.
Little bit. Hey, ladies, did I tell you he's single? What a catch. Anyway, carry on with your crap.
Anyway, going back to all of that stuff, if you tell people, oh, fuck, my email's just popped up. Fuck off. If you tell people, like, do a palm reading or a something like that, those women, those poor women, you're going to meet someone that starts with the letter M. He's going to have blue eyes. They're going to go out searching for that person. Yeah, they're not going to meet someone naturally who they, should end up with.
Yeah.
Because subconsciously, they're going to be looking for a person that's some, $2, fraudster, has told them that you're going to meet someone with, gray hair and blue eyes.
And then they get you.
Actually, that's a good way of picking up. Hey, I should ring up every fucking...
Oh, no.
I should ring up every fucking... You know what? I'm going to ring up every palm reader, every spiritual reader in Sydney and say, you're going to meet someone with the letter M, starting with the letter M, who's got grey hair and blue eyes. And you know what? It's going to be like, that scene where I'm running down the street, 50 brides, behind me, running after me. Fuck, that's a good fucking... Actually, I just came up with a brilliant idea,
You know what you should do? If you're really interested in a girl, all you need to do is text her at 11:11, because it's a sign from the angels.
11:11?
Yeah, 11:11.
Okay, so you know how you asked me what time I was born?
Yeah.
1:37 p.m.
1:37?
Yes. Hurry up, work it out.
How do you know?
Does it have to be to the minute?
Yeah, look, it's better if it is. The more accurate your time is, the more accurate your chart will be. So you can do, you can do different calculations to work it back to get an idea on what it is. You're checking out yourself again. And then, but if you've got your time, then that's perfect. I'll have a look. Anyway, so yeah, I think the thing with when you go for a reading, any reader whatsoever, like if they will pick up on the energy right at that particular time. So if the energy changes, just say, for example, Michael, you're going to meet the greatest girl of your life, and you're just going to meet her in the most natural environment. You just go, and then you say, okay, cool, the woman of my dreams is going to meet me anyway, so I can stop going to salsa, stop going to golf, stop doing this. I don't have to go rowing anymore. I can stop all my team sports because she's coming anyway. So you've basically blocked all these opportunities for you to meet this great woman of your dreams, because you no longer do the activities that you were doing right then and there. Then you come back to me in 12 months' time and say, hey, you told me I'd meet her by the April. and I didn't meet her by April, so you were wrong. And I'm going to turn around and say, okay, so which of your activities did you stop doing? Because I will know straight away that you've actually discontinued doing opportunities to meet this person in your life. So you've actually taken longer to find it. So when you go and have a reading, you've got to go in with an open mind, because spirit doesn't use logic. Spirit uses energy, and energy is very different. Energy is not a time construct. Yeah. But I already told you who you're going to end up with.
Who?
I've described her. I was right so far, was I not?
Little pixie. A pixie woman?
A little pixie woman. You will? You will. And then I want to invite to your wedding. Better be good food on the menu. I'm not going.
I'm getting married on the beach.
Well,
if I get married, I'm getting eloped. I'm not getting married. I don't want a church thing.
You don't have to have a church thing. You can do it still on the beach, but there needs to be food, so you can invite me so I can eat your food.
Fuck, I'm a wog. What do you think I'm going to eat? Fucking
I know that. I've got a friend who's such a sweet man, and he's Italian, and I'm always trying to get him to take me to his mum's on Sundays so we can. I can be his +1 just so I can eat. And he never brings me doggy bag. He's the rudest man ever, but he's also the sweetest man ever. Crazy.
A bit like me, right?
You have your moments.
No, I'm not rude all the time. I'm sweet most of the time.
Yes, dear. That's right. Yeah.
I actually am sweet with the people that I'm with.
You know what? I actually agree with you there. The thing is, I think some people just take you wrong. I think that's what it is. I think they just...
Yeah, everybody does. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, you're not responsible for how they feel about something, are you? You're only responsible for yourself.
Yeah.
We need to do a segment on intelligent emotion.
Yeah. Okay.
Not today, because your head's not in it today. You're easily distracted. No,
I'm just checking my phone.
Yeah. You get the same blank look on your face when you're off with the goes. See you later. Yeah, because I lip read, so I have to observe your face a lot. So I kind of know when you have these little nuances and new changes in your what's going through your mind, because I'm watching you.
Nothing right now. I'm just thinking to myself,
what am I going to eat?
What am I thinking? I don't even know what I'm thinking. You know what? I haven't even had a coffee today. What's time? It's too late to have a coffee now.
It's way too late. You won't sleep. You'll be up at midnight looking at shitty videos and then whinging at me because you can't get out of bed at 5:30 to do another podcast.
What do you mean shitty videos? I'll be looking at Pornhub.
Shitty videos.
I'll be watching Pornhub. Wishing I had a girlfriend.
Seducing Mrs. Palmer and her 5 friends.
Yeah, fuck that. Mrs. Palmer and her 5 daughters are getting sick of me.
Even they're begging for mercy.
Well, I haven't been single for all that long. Actually, I dated someone recently for about 6 weeks, I think, or 2 months. I don't even know where it sort of ended. But I've been single now for like 2 months. So I've dated as long as I've, been single. But I did meet someone fairly nice on a dating site.
Ooh.
So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah. Cool. I want all the details when we hang up on the podcast. All the details.
But
I have to like her. She's got to tick all my boxes so we can continue to hang out. Because if she hates my guts, you and I can't be mates.
I know, but I did tell her that I'm not 100% ready, because I'm not 100% ready after my most recent breakup, because she was awesome. I loved her. My recent person I was with was really nice. I didn't date her for very long. It was more like a COVID relationship because we were bubble buddies, but bubble buddies more so. But yeah, I think we said this last time. The last time we spoke. Hey, it doesn't matter how long you date somebody, if you've got a strong chemistry there and a strong affinity towards that person.
Yeah.
You can date them for 1 month or you can date them for 1 year, and you could have the same feelings for either one in terms of, wanting to be with them,
Yeah, absolutely.
Like my ex, I wanted to be with her. I did want to be with her, and, it just didn't work out. But I loved her more than I loved anybody in the last 5 years. Hands down. And it wasn't a long relationship either. It wasn't long. It's not like it was long. It's not like we could go out like bowling or to dinner or cafes or restaurants, because we're in fucking COVID lockdown crap,
Yeah.
But, it just doesn't matter. It just does not matter, but it's funny though. It's funny with breakups and stuff, the more I find the more you love somebody, the messier it is when you break up. I don't know what it is, but the more you love somebody, I think it's, you don't want to let them go, and it just gets a bit, just goes a bit crazy.
Yeah. I think different
we're
relationships.
We're both awesome people, and we'll both meet awesome people in the future. And I'm waiting for my little pixie to come along.
Yeah. I'm going to rub your face in it when she does.
Hey?
And then I'm going to rub your face in it when she does. It'll be awesome. It'll be lovely. She'll be really nice.
Well, you did predict a lot of things that have already happened, eh?
Yep. In amongst all the bullshit I talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amongst all that crap there's truth.
It's like that Twilight hour. Maybe we should have called it Twilight instead of Lost a Plot.
No, Lost a Plot's good.
I think so. I think it summed up half of our conversations, actually, because I don't even know how we get on different subjects half the time. It just flows, doesn't it?
Just, our conversations are like my hands, right? That's the topic, and then we go in all different directions.
Yeah.
What did we talk about? Like we spoke about COVID. Now both of us are not that we're anti-vaxxers, because I've had my flu shot every year, and last year I had my pneumonia shot because I was born with a hole in my lung. So I have to watch out for COVID. COVID could kill me, because COVID's a respiratory illness, isn't it? So
I think so. I'm not sure, judging by the amount of toilet paper people had to hoard. I thought it was a bacteria in your bowel for a little while there.
They had to wipe the TV from all the shit coming out of the media people. And then there's videos of like stars and everything like that doing the jab online, and you can see with Mariah Carey's one, they did the jab and the needle fucking sprung back. Like it didn't spring back straight away. It was one of those spring needles. So they pulled it out and the needle wasn't even in there. It's like, fucking really? Come on, people, wake up to yourselves.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to catch the flu, everyone's going to fucking, get the flu. Like, it's funny. It's funny how everything's being orchestrated. It feels like it's being orchestrated, People aren't using cash so much. We've gone through this. It's like a reset. They call it the Great Reset, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's gonna, some movies that you watch, you can't help but think that some movies are insightful.
Did you see Don't Look Up?
Hey?
Did you see Don't Look Up?
No, I started watching it. I thought it was boring.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was different in a lot of ways, but very, very, it touched on everything that's going on.
What's the most realistic movie in comparison to what's going on in today's society? Is The Matrix. The Matrix.
Yeah.
The Matrix is way ahead of our time. It's everything in The Matrix makes you wonder, some of these producers and everybody, they're pretty high up, in society. So it's the big wigs that are sort of like, controlling this earth. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
These, a lot of movie producers and everything like that would be socializing with these people. So they'd they know a thing or two of what's actually going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Might have some insider information.
Like, there's more people, and they don't, there's so many articles that you see. A lot of people are, being silenced by, affluent people are being silenced by voicing their opinions about, having to get a fucking flu shot for the whole world.
Yeah.
But these vaccines came out as emergency vaccines. They haven't been tried and tested. Now, look, in all honesty, I am going to take COVAX 19 when it comes out.
Oh, yeah.
That's a South Australian company that's produced the vaccine. I will take that because it doesn't interfere with your own immune system.
Yeah, much safer option.
Safer option. It's the dead virus so that your own body builds up its own immunity.
Yeah.
That's what the flu shot is. Fuck, that's what pretty much every shot is, that you get jabbed with these days. The flu shot's just it's a dead virus from the northern hemisphere. So whatever they experience first, we get in the southern hemisphere. So all of our flu shots are based on the northern hemisphere. But I can't help to think, but they're going to have the booster shots with some sort of mRNA or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's called.
It's mRNA. Yep.
mRNA, yeah. So, I reckon that's going to be in the next flu shots too. I'm skeptical about even taking flu shots now because I don't want that.
Yeah, they did talk about blending the two at one point as well, very quietly in the background. Yeah. You know what? I was listening to, because I'm a metal fan. I love my metal. I was listening to Megadeth's Symphony of Destruction in the gym this morning, and he's there. Like the chorus is like the Pied Piper led rats through the streets, dance like the marionettes, sway to the Symphony of Destruction. And the way it is, I mean, besides the fact that you seriously cannot listen to this song without starting to headbang, maybe that's just me. But aside from that, the way these songs are and the way that they're written and formulated, it just reminds me of, the puppeteers and the things that are going on, and the Pied Piper is leading the rat through the street. It's almost like, the leadership are leading the people through, how they want to navigate the people. It's a total mind control. It's been an interesting, if you can park the fear and look at it from a neurological point of view, it's actually been a really interesting scientific experiment. Yeah, because this has devastated relationships, families,
everything,
in-laws,
money, cash flow, everything.
Yep. And
work.
People don't want to, I don't want to date you if you're vaccinated. I don't want to date you if you're unvaccinated.
Oh,
who gives a shit? Do you ask when my pap smear was? No. So what's my vaccination status got to do with anything? So
you know what? 2 weeks ago, I joined this dating site, right? And I've already been dumped by a few women because I told them that I'm not vaxxed. It's like, fuck me dead. Is this fucking not segregation? If you work in the government here, it's not mandatory to have your shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Depending on what department you're in, like if you're working for the government, say I'm watching right now a ferry going past. If the ferry is a government, owned business, they had to take flu shots. But if you're a politician, it's not mandatory. It's optional. Yeah,
because it's federal. Is that the difference in the federal? I think there's something to do with the federals. The federal are not required, but states are under the state, which is silly because any legislation that is state bound can be superseded by federal. So if there's a federal law in place, that will be the overarching, that the be all end all rule. But the states can't make shit up as they go. It's been really interesting. I've actually learned a lot about politics because politics just doesn't float my boat. I just think who's the biggest liar and who lies the least. That's about my scope of politics. But it's been interesting to watch the behaviors of people and their body language and how they, talk to people and how they interact with others and how much more personable they're trying to come across leading into the elections that are coming up. It's just, yeah, it's been interesting to sit back and watch, but I like to people watch. I mean, I'll go to the airport and sit there and just watch people because it's fun.
That's pretty sad, but you know.
You used to work in an airport. No, it's lovely because you've got all a whole different ranges of emotions. It's nice to watch people do that.
Yep.
We share the same moon. Our moon placement is identical. How can you be so dry? You're not. You just hide it.
What'd you say?
I don't want to talk about COVID. It's my least favorite C word. It really is. It's
sometimes,
and you know what? It's got enough energy.
See you next Tuesday. Hey,
it's got enough energy with you know, like the coverage. Media, mainstream media has only just started talking about other things that are important.
Yeah, but it's not only that. Okay, you know what? To some extent, women will not give guys. I read this article. It may be really far-fetched, you know, but apparently women cannot give the COVID, like the spike proteins, what did they call it when they shed?
Oh yeah.
Women don't shed to men very easily, but if a man fucks a woman and comes inside her, he's got a lot of those. He's got a lot of his RNA, fucking, you know, spike proteins in the actual semen. So
isn't that a bodily fluid? So why would a woman not pass it? Is that because he's got copious amounts of dick?
No, because it's a lot of it's stored in the testicles.
So you have COVID nuts.
Yeah, coconut nuts, COVID nuts. So if you're an anti-vaxxer,
I want to research this because that sounds a little bit.
You should really date another anti-vaxxer.
I think you should just date a nice person, irrespective of their vaccination or their health choices.
I think so. I think so too. But you know what? A lot of vaxxers, a lot of female vaxxers that I've experienced in the last few weeks, they don't want to date somebody who's not been vaccinated. I've heard so many excuses like, you know, these passports, they're going to be dropped as of the end of January here in Australia.
Yeah.
You know, but they're like, oh, you know, I don't want to date someone who hasn't been vaxxed because it's going to be hard to travel overseas. You know, like
the UK doesn't seem to have a problem with that.
Yeah, exactly. Nor does Croatia. I can go to Croatia on a holiday without having a passport. You know, being Croatian and everything, I can go to, you know, Croatia. I'm sure I can go to Serbia or Macedonia or Slovenia. You know, because they're all pretty much anti-COVID over there.
If you're going to Croatia, you need to wait for me to be single and take me with you. I'm only little, I can fit in your suitcase. I'll be serious eye candy. Serious.
Huh? I'm not taking you anywhere.
Why? What's wrong with you?
Mate,
when
you know what?
Go. You're selfish, man. Selfish.
When I go, I'm going to take my girlfriend.
I'm not your girlfriend. Stop that. You're hard enough.
No, that's what I mean. That's why.
Or she can take me there. Maybe she doesn't want to take you.
Oh my God. If it's my girlfriend, I'm going to take her. She's got no say. I'll put her in my suitcase. She's going to be a pixie, remember?
Exactly. She'll be, well, there'll be room for both of us. I'm only little. Fine. I'll get my own little buddy there to Croatia to look at the Croatian men.
Why don't you just take your boyfriend?
Yeah, I could do that. I don't think he wants to go. I already told him. Because there's this good-looking waiter who's from Croatia, and when I see him, he looks straight into my soul. It's the most interesting connection I've ever had in my entire life with a random person. And I've seen him a couple of times now, and it's still the same feeling of it's like he looks straight into me. And it's the coolest shit ever. So my partner is convinced that I'm going to run off with a Croatian, and I probably will at some point, because it's just something different about them. It's really quite weird.
Well, you say the same thing. When I look into your soul, that my eyes pierce you as well.
Yeah, because it's the shape. And this is what I was trying to explain to the waiter. I knew he was Croatian just by looking at him, because his eyes were a completely different color. They're not normal, and the shape of them. It was a dead set giveaway.
Same as my shape?
Yeah, identical. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Croatian men.
I know.
Croatian men.
Bloody troublemakers, a lot of yous. Except for you. But you should take me to Croatia. Don't be selfish.
No. I'm going to take my girlfriend when I get one. I'm not going to. Oh, actually, I've got my mate's 50th coming up soon, and he's going to have it in Croatia. He lives up on the Gold Coast. Shout out to Eddie. Yeah, he wants to have his 50th in Croatia, and we'll probably go there together.
So that still doesn't involve me. This does not help Paul in any way, shape, or form. Fine, I'm going somewhere you want to go, and I'm not taking you.
I don't care.
Well, that backfired a bit, didn't it? Hey, I was going to apply for a job today. People and leader culture leader, leadership culture, some job. Anyway, the title is irrelevant, because like whatever, it's just a pissing contest having a title. But it's for Krispy Kremes. I'd be in heaven. You know how fat I would be? I'd be like this little tiny pixie roly-poly keg with legs if I worked in a donut place.
Oompa Loompa.
Minus the orange skin.
My dad was a builder, and he renovated a couple of Krispy Kreme stores. And funnily enough,
no, don't ruin it.
I'm fucking gonna ruin it. That shit is bad for you.
I know it's bad for you.
Nah. You know what? It comes in a pack. It's liquid. They put it on a fucking conveyor belt, and off it goes, getting all the treatment plants. That stuff's fucking not good for you, you know? It's just sugar.
So you want to go out for lunch with me one day next week?
I'll get a chicken snitty.
No chicken snitties. We're going to have a kebab with garlic sauce, and then we're going to get a Krispy Kreme, have a donut, have a jam one. Jam one to the best.
No, I'll watch you.
Be dangerous.
Actually, no, you know what? If I did eat a Krispy Kreme donut and I'd only have like a one or a half of one, you know, because everything in moderation, right? Even if it is fucking shit for you, everything in moderation, right? And try and have the food in the morning, you know, the really bad food, have it for breakfast. You know, in lots of parts in Paris, when I was in Paris last, you know, a lot of people have dessert before their mains.
Yeah.
And their cakes aren't like, you know, a slice of cake here, or in America's like big. You know, over there, they only have a really thin slice.
Yeah.
And they savor the taste.
Because it's,
you know, because if you're hungry, you're going to get a big piece. You're going to, you know, but that's hunger talking, you know. But if you want a dessert, something sweet, you have something small and you savor that taste.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, hey? So
jam donuts will probably happen 4 times a year at the most. And it's the only thing that is sweet that I'll put in my body. And I'm not going to compromise on the jam donut. I'm just not.
Okay.
I've even got on my biking vest, I've got a vest with all my little patches on it. It's even got donut police one. I'll show you.
I like the one with the I like the traditional one, you know, the one that's the twisted one with the white icing on the top.
See, I don't like icing. It's way too sweet. That's why I always go for the jams.
Yeah, but the jam's fucking just
but it's not icing.
Coloring and sugar anyway.
No, it's not icing. That's why I'd never go for chocolate donut either, because I don't like the icing and all the extra shit on it. I just want jam.
Yeah. You know what? I just like a plain cinnamon donut. That's it. You know?
You could probably talk me into that.
But not too much, because I'm O+ blood, so I'm not supposed to eat stuff like that.
Stefan keeps
apparently.
me about B+. We've got to go. We've been waffling. You've been waffling. We're like 40 minutes.
Oh, we'll just
making
start
women
the
about
second
it.
one straight after the first one.
We can do that. Shall we wind it up while we're waffling? Let's wind it
Sure.
up.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks for listening, everyone. The Lost the Plot, Temporary Sanity with, why did we put you first and not me? M and J. That'll do.
Because MJ sound, it's got more ring tone. MJ.
MJ.
JM, JM, JM,
Yeah.
JM, JM, JM. MJ. It's
MJ.
like Michael Jackson, you know?
Oh, okay. Let's live with that. I'm going to turn up with one glove on next time. All right, we're going. Bye, everyone.
Okay.